But options the gameplay and death because of what combinautics? What the fuck? Okay, this time I will be going for the damage against far away enemies build. After that, I'll go for the damage against nearby enemies build. Then we'll spice it up and try the damage against unstoppable enemies build. What it sucks is I can see, like, they have this insanely good fucking engine. The gameplay is insanely clean. Make the replayability of the game go from like, oh, I can pick between 5 builds, or I could pick between 5,000 builds. Raydynn is rising up. Let's have a look here, boys. I don't really want to spend an inordinate amount of time expanding on this, so I'll try and make it quick. There's a reason why Diablo 3 Souls had to create legendaries the way it did, because the devs had almost nothing to work with from vanilla D3. This in terms of interesting character development. No skill trees existed. No, I'm just sick. I'm just trying not to vomit right now. No skill trees existed. No satisfying gameplay loop. I mean, that's the thing, right? 100%. It's like they don't realize they have a skill tree, because there's so many of these things that I can see what they're going for that are on items that should just be on the skill tree. Like, it's literally Control-C, Control-V. And then, obviously, balance. Massively balance it. Like, rebalance. But, yeah. It's literally Control-C, Control-V. Right? No satisfying gameplay loop was presented to character progression. The players never made meaningful choices while leveling, since skills were all unlocked and respecs were free at any time. What's left? Items drops, unfortunately, were bland and uninspiring. There were no breakpoints or trade-offs to juggle. Okay, well, that's wrong. There literally are breakpoints, like many breakpoints for like a million skills. I mean, I don't know what to tell you about that. That literally, yeah. I don't know. I think that's retarded or something. There's like several attack speed breakpoints that you care about. But okay, let's continue. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Everything revolved around universal defensive stats and trifecta IS crit damage. Not necessarily always, but we'll continue. He's being hyperbolic to try and create an example here. Okay. All right. He's being hyperbolic. Here. Okay. With occasional resource generation / cost reduction, let people cheat expensive abilities into long time. Yeah. Okay. On to everything. So Reaper Souls had to shift character development onto them. Devs that inherited D3 realized the core game was structured and such players had zero opportunity to make any choice beyond the pair of pants they were wearing. Legendary items replaced character builds, talents almost entirely, and achieved something decent to compensate. All right. Okay, I get what he's. I mean, he's really reaching here, but okay. I mean, you definitely still have talents, and you definitely still have builds, and they absolutely matter. But okay. And it worked for Diablo 3. The division salvaged a hopelessly bad system. What I'm trying to wrap my head around now is, with all the possible systems to go with, Diablo 4 decided to borrow Diablo 3's non-existent character development with a core system of unfinished useless skills that only become powerful enough to once you assemble a set of legendary powers associated with them. Yeah, 100%. It's a pseudo set bonus. They design an item, they design a skill, right, fully, and then they remove components from that skill and they put it onto items, and then they require you to go out and collect these items to like complete the skill. Yeah, 100%. It's a set bonus. How the hell did that happen? I've come up with a dozen ways to make skills interesting without legendaries while leveraging other cool character development ideas. It doesn't take that much time to map out how to implement this either. 100%. 100%. For instance, here's a simple 10-minute concept visual from a while ago. Okay, so this is like giving you different versions of Whirlwind based on what stat you're trying to aim for. So they're like different. So if you're like the Int Whirlwind build, you get crazy Int Whirlwind. If you're the Willpower build, you get crazy Int Willpower Whirlwinds. I can see that. Okay, so you like it's like you are customizing. It's like 4 different ways of customizing your main skill and making it. Like you'll go for like a break. You'll be like, I'm going for the 100 int breakpoint here, with the 150 strength breakpoint here, with the 200. I feel like one of them you max out. Surely one keystone will max. That's a cool idea. That's a very cool idea. 100%. That's a lot more interesting than Whirlwind does turbo damage. Your whirlwinds are now just always crits. Your like 100%. It's 100%. Like far more compelling. Yeah. This basic system allows this basic skill system allows various kinds of whirlwind barbs, with new effects being unlocked as player turns certain threshold. Like for example, chat. For example, like 100 int could be like suck. It could be suck. For example, like the 150 dex could be, you know, whirlwind now. As you channel it for longer, it builds up crit, right? You know, you get the idea. Which makes total sense. And it means, you know, it's not just equip set bonus. It's like, how do you want to build your character? And it means not every whirlwind barb is the fucking same as well. 100%. I mean, there's yeah. And I mean, bruh. I would say just give us little skill trees. See, he's saying put it on items. Like, I say you could just put little, you just expand the skill tree beyond. Like, even skill masteries, perhaps. And then just remove it from items, right? So like, but you know, maybe at level 50, you get a little skill tree. Beyond, you know, you can master skills and you have a finite amount of points, and there could be like fucking 15 different ways of building it, right? 20 different ways of building it. Which would be the exact same thing as this, just maybe a tiny bit more complicated, but then also not. I don't know. But whatever, you get the idea. This basic system has various whirlwind bars with new character, with new effects, power being unlocked. This players attend certain stretch thresholds. The purpose of gear, level stat location will provide what you need to hit the breakpoints you're interested in. It's pretty straightforward, but there are options and gameplay depth because of combinautics. Yeah, it's like Pascal's triangle, right? Yeah, you just, yeah, simple, guys. Very simple stuff, guys. Very basic stuff. Yeah, okay, yes, exquisite. But options of gameplay and depth because of combin. Okay, let's go, boys. However, the existence of an interesting baseline skill system does not mean you can't enhance whirlwinds even further through legendary items. It just means your character is interesting even without them, as opposed to trying all whirlwind's power into random drops. Yep. I find myself frustrated with Diablo for skill tree because there's very little there that makes me feel like I have a well-developed character. Exactly. No. It feels like you're not even making a build, bro. That's what it is. The fucking erection you get from making a build and being like, holy shit, this is my build. I'm doing the secret build. This is like my fucking build. You just don't get it. At no point in D4 gameplay, unfortunately, chat, Sag, has it felt at all like you're making your own build. It's like, oh, I'm playing Pulverize, so I'm just going to equip all the Pulverize legendaries. Like, I don't know how some people are coping themselves into thinking they're making builds. Like whenever like Crips is saying he's making his build. I noticed Alcazar was actually smart. He never said he's like, oh, my build. He's just saying, oh yeah, I made a whirlwind barb, right? Because he knows what's happening. He understands that he's just equipped the whirlwind legendaries, right? Because he understands what's happening. He's not making a build. He's just playing a whirlwind barb. It's like it's a build put in the game by Blizzard. Like, yeah, there's a different, there's literally, there's a different way of phrasing, okay? And it's 100% true. It was very intentional phrasing. Because, yeah, it's not. He's just playing the whirlwind barb. Just like I was playing the Pulverized Druid. Like, I'm not playing, it's not my build. I'm like, oh, this is my Pulverized build. No, you're just playing the Pulverized Druid. Okay. Which is the problem, right? That's the problem. Now, if you use combinatorics, right? Okay, see right here. Okay, we're gonna use combinatorics, chat. So you could, with the current setup, it's like, oh no, you just get the 3 items that are required. So you've got pretty much one setup. Okay, but imagine if there was many different ways of building it, and you could have fucking 500 different setups. Well, now you're gonna be like, okay. This kind of feels like my build. Because there's many different variations you could run. Do you understand? Which makes you feel like you're making your own build. Because, you are, right? You are, like, there'll be, like, you know, you're going to be, like, less than 1% of people playing your exact setup because you're doing some specific stuff. Yeah, 100%. Which is the trick to getting that. That's what they could unlock. if they just gave us the ability to do so by removing the set items from the game, which they have, right? That's ultimately, they put set items into the game, and it sucks. It fucking sucks. That only happens when I'm graced by the gods with a tailored, pre-planned, top-down design legendary that enables certain skill to function at all. When I find myself frustrated with Diablo 4 skill tree because there's very little that makes me feel like I have a well-developed character. That only happens when I'm graced by the gods with a tailored, pre-planned, top-down legendary item that enables a certain skill to function at all. Yep, 100%. I was just playing Druid, bro, and it felt like shit. And then you just get the legendary and your character's OP. It makes no sense. It's because they've literally built it around the item existing. 100%. It feels so backwards. It's like I'm just playing catch-up to find drops that can remedy the base skills, looking for any spice to enhance the bland taste of the slop on my plate that it's filled with. So yeah, I don't get it. How did we get here? I don't get... This is the question I'm asking. This is what he's asking right now. It's why. Why? Look, I don't get it. Why? It doesn't even make sense. Because it unironically, there's no... It's not like it makes the game better. It just makes the game worse. Like, okay, what would you rather play, chat? A game where a lot of the power is tied to your character, and there's like literally thousands of combinations you can run. Right? Or a game where you just pick a skill and you equip a set bonus, and then you get 10,000% damage for that skill. And there's one choice for each skill. Like, you don't, like, do you understand what I'm saying? It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. There's literally no... Okay, option one, there's many choices. And you could play loads of different builds. And you could actually make your build, dude. Fuck, Crip could actually make his build. I can make my build. I can make some autistic, Giga Chad, ultra tanky druid that does insane damage. I can make like my own build. But instead, I'm just going to be locked into the set bonus. Unless they change it, right? They totally could, right? They totally could. And it's like, what the question is why is because it doesn't make the game better. It makes the game objectively worse, even for casuals. And I don't even understand the upsides to doing it. It makes literally no sense. And it's just like, question mark, question mark. Why is this in the game? D3 had a very specific problem and it developed a very specific solution for it. T4 didn't have that problem, and yet it feels like it was designed backwards from D3's desperate solution. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, okay, you kind of exaggerated a little bit at the beginning about D3. Yeah, you made a bit. Okay, you was a bit of a reach. Bit of a reach. He kind of exaggerated a little bit. No, but this is 100% true, dude. Yo, that's what we need, boys. That's what we need. This is what I've been asking, by the way. This word right here, combinatorics.
God gamer.
Like right now,
my ass proclaimer.
Like
premium content at
literally right now, for every skill, there's like 2 builds. You can play pulverize A build or pulverize B build. Okay, and what we need is them to delete all these ultra specific things that like just make your build for you. That is literally add that to a some sort of a tree or some sort of a system that lets you pick bits in the air and there, and you can actually, and then instead of like 2 options, give us 15 options.
With ready-made builds, Blizzard has an easy way to balance.
Yeah, but they can do that just by modifying the base skill, right? Or if there's a particular node that's offending, like that makes it OP, you just go on and nerf that node, right? What do you mean? It'll be pretty simple. Okay, let's have a look at the comments here. This exact topic is why the sub will be shown 2 weeks after launch. I feel bad. We knew this from Diablo 3. What? Again, why? Look. Why? I want to ask this question. How can I succinctly ask this question? Like, what I want to ask, the question I want to ask, that I want to at the Diablo Jazz on Twitter. And I want to say, why? Effectively, this is okay. We need to make this. We need to convert this to a succinct question that's not offensive. I want to ask, why are they putting dog shit no choice D3 itemization into D4 when there's no reason to. I do remember them saying they wanted. I remember Joe Shelley saying something along this line: "We want character power to matter, and we want people to not be relying on fucking items entirely." Right? Like I'm saying, like they'll want kind of a balance. I remember that. And now we got like literally on my pet druid, there was more than a 10x multiplier to my damage output. It was like 1,000% more damage just from items.
And why do I have to wait for a specific level for certain items to drops? Let me get uniques early on and it just has poor stats compared to if I found it later.
What the fuck is this, dude? Wait, you put me on the 85 IQ, but what the fuck is this? You get your boy T-Dog at 55 IQ and what Kogan is 145. To be fair, Abby's like what? She's at the 120 IQ and she says it looks fun. So well, you could even have I think mastery would also work.
For Quinn. This game was supposed to be his meal ticket for the next 7 years. Can you imagine the content we are going to get?
Holy shit.
I'm excited for D4.
Okay, chat. Gonna be making a Barbarian this season.
Okay.
This time, I will be going for the damage against far away enemies build. After that, I'll go for the damage against nearby enemies build. Then we'll spice it up and try the damage against unstoppable enemies build.
No, I'm looking forward to D4. Like, what it sucks is I can see, like, they have this insanely good fucking engine. The gameplay is insanely clean. Like, it looks fucking awesome. They have all the systems and infrastructure. They got the net code. They got the fucking clans, the grouping, all that shit. They have all this shit. It's there. And then they could make some really easy changes to itemization to make the replayability of the game go from like, oh, I can pick between 5 builds, or I could pick between fucking 5,000 builds. Literally. But instead, they're doing the 5 build thing. And it just makes no sense. Because you just get rid of all those fucking, like, this ability does 3x damage. This ability does 5x damage. To just make them more general. And they've got a tagging system in the game that works. Change all the things that are specific to either add it to the tree or change it to a tag. Get rid of all the ridiculous damage multipliers across the board. Buff what skills need to be buffed. And now you have literally thousands of builds. And that's what's making me passionate about like trying to like rise up gamers. Because literally, if they decide to go away from this fucking D3 itemization, like Giga damage multiplier, fucking legendary aspect bullshit, we will have so much more build variety, and there'll be so many secret builds, so many cool interactions, so many different setups, and you will actually be able to, via the method of combinatorics, okay, chat? Instead of having like 2 options, we'll have 500 options, and it'll just be so much better, dude. And then that baseline that we're starting off with, okay, that baseline of like game and like replayability and like all builds and like interactions and theory crafting will be so much more interesting. Okay, anyway, let's continue though. I want to roll a tornado druid. My first legendary dropped. Oh, I guess I need to be a werebear form now. Yep, literally true. Yep, did you know what's funny? This is what happens in Diablo 3. You start playing the game, and whatever damage multiplier item drops, that's what build you level with. You get LTK, does 500% damage. You equip LTK, and you put it up 5 torment levels. Because that's what you do. And that's literally D4. It's the exact same vibe. I sure hope I can get mandatory items to make my builds even somewhat possible soon. Yeah, I got the Tornado Druid Legendary. This should be fun for an hour. Too bad, after a couple levels, I'm ignoring yellow items with way better stats because my entire build breaks if I remove this legendary. Yep. Oh, it's real neat that I can't transfer the power after I've already done it once. Yeah, it does. It is kind of question mark. Like the whole like legendary aspect system You should almost just be like, the aspect system should be like, you just capture an aspect, and once you have it, you have like 10 slots, and then you just put the aspects in the slots. And like, you can upgrade the aspects as you go. Because I mean, but it's almost like a lot of the aspects should be on the skill tree. Right, that's the reality. Which is why it's not, I don't think it's really even the aspect's fault. It's the fact that they're putting all this ridiculous power on items. It's fault. Right? Like, they're breaking a skill. They're getting a fully made skill. They break components of it, and they fuck it up. And then they balance around, you have these items on, and then they put on items. Which is why it feels like this. Take most of the mandatory legendary powers and put them on the skill tree in some form. Yep. There you go. Dude, this Reddit post is based. This is exactly what I was talking about. Like, you guys remember when I read through all the skills, like, even before this beta weekend?
95% of the targeted and actual player based on.
True. Keep and add the ones that are generic, so I can actually feel like I'm making my own build instead of some obvious pre-planned ones. I mean, preach, brother. Preach. SSX50. Otherwise, it's basically all the set-based itemization from D3 with extra steps. Who is this guy? Is this my alt account, bro? Is this my alt account? Like, am I posting on some alt account right now? Because this is literally like 1-to-1 what I would tell. Like, this is actually 1-to-1. How did I pre-reading this? If I was saying this like last week, bro. 7 days. No, I was saying this.
Macho
how have I pre-read,
what are
dude?
You even on about?
How have I pre-read, dude? Okay, if I was complaining about this 7 years ago, like literally the exact same argument 7 years ago. This is the exact same argument I was making 7 years ago. Thing is, I'm not saying they should do anything. That's cringe. I'm not saying, I'm simply providing criticism and constructive feedback. I'm not claiming any change. Any change they do is their own change that they're making themselves. They don't. Nobody's listening to me. Like, when Peewee makes a change, they make a change because they think it's better for their game. Like, that's the thing about being a good developer, is you can go through and you can look at feedback and be like, yeah, this is dog shit. If it is dog shit. Or you can look at feedback or an idea and be like, do you know what? That's a good idea. And then implement it. And let's be real here. 90% of what's posted on Reddit is going to be dog shit.
I don't know why anything good.
All those are good except that ring. Yeah. They fired the wrong devs. Yeah. All those are good except that one. That one that says Meteor specifically is cringe. But all those other ones are absolutely fine. They're items that can be situationally good and you can use in mini builds, which is what you want. You want that fucking combinatorics, baby. You want to have many different total combinations, right? That's what you want. You don't want this fucking shit where it's a set bonus without the set bonus name, right? Okay, because that's what we currently got. Okay, I don't understand how Reddit works. So these guys are replying to this guy's comment or something, I guess? Wait, how do I get to, like, new comments? How do I close this guy's comment now? Can I just minimize that guy now? Some genuine questions in response. Wait, how can I succinctly ask why? Yo, how can I add Diablo and say why? Like, why are they... I want to know what the logic is behind going behind the pseudo set bonus damage multiplier itemization. That's what I want to ask. Is I want to know why. Because the question, if the answer is they don't know why, then it's like, well, then there's a really good, hey, well, then guess what, dude? But if they have, maybe they're going to enlighten us. Maybe there's some crazy statistic where actually, if you give people too much customization, they've done, like, I don't know, dude. I hope it's not some shit where it's like, yeah, people quit the game if there's too many choices and actually it's just bad and no one likes theory crafting ultimately, and it's all just an illusion of choice. And literally, so there's no point even giving anyone choices. We'll just give her own set bonuses. But then at that point, why not just like... You just click, like, whirlwind build at the beginning, Like, what? Just have one button you click, right? Why even give any, why even have a skill tree, right? Doesn't make sense. Are they just trying to give the minimum amount of choice possible where people feel like they're making a build? Like, I mean, ultimately, if Crip thinks he's making a build, then they're winning, right? Because then that means the average Joe is like, holy fuck, my build's fucking insane, bro. Oh man, I'm such a fucking genius. I've equipped the Whirlwind legendaries with the Whirlwind ability. What the fuck? Holy fucking shit, boys. Have you guys seen my fucking build? It's fucking crazy. I should make a YouTube video. Look, I can kill the world boss in under 57 seconds. My build is crazy, guys. Let me make a TikTok. Like that. I need to tell people about this right now. Oh my god, bro. That's exactly like... like trick people into making thinking they're good, dude. Like, holy shit. Some genuine questions in response. By the way, even on my PC, your pick was too lyrics to read. Yep. A legendary gear, complemented builds that are more directly defined in the skill tree would be the same desire to keep playing the game. This question is not intending to defend the current execution of the skill tree aspects, etc. I'm just looking in general. Are you kidding me? What is more desire? What do you mean, bro? Instead of just saying like, oh, these are the 4 werewolf legendaries that exist, there's many choices you can make, and then you're going to test them all and figure out what you want to use best and what you like best, versus just equipping the ones they tell you to equip. What do you mean? There's more reasons to play the game, bro. Because you don't know what's the best. What the fuck? Okay, that's my answer. In my mind, getting a legendary that opens up a new build possibility is more exciting than getting a damage increase on skills. If items mostly made my build, my existing build better, I'd feel less incentivized to grind for them. Basically, augmenting your ability, bro. That's what you want. You want ways to augment the way your ability plays to like double down on whatever playstyle you want, right? Or to enhance. The thing is, it's like if the second it says durability does 300% more damage, it's no longer augmenting. It doesn't matter like what it says on there. If it says you do 300% more damage, you just have to use it, right? That's the point. As a reminder, I couldn't read your image in my response. Does not intend to represent your argument as a whole. Okay, this guy's cooked, bro. I'm gonna be honest. That image was easy to read, bro. I'm downvoting this comment. This is a shit comment. That's the second comment. That's a dog shit comment, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Shut the fuck up. You can't fucking read this. This image was so basic, bro. You don't need to fucking read to understand what the fuck was going on in that goddamn image, bitch. Fucking, what do you call that? Where you fucking... He's creating a straw manual, bro. I couldn't read it, but I assume this... Yeah, hey, what the fuck? Exactly, items should complement build, not make them. It's like they rob their own skill tree to build their legendaries. Yep. Yep, literally. They literally did. Go Google D4 Alpha skill trees. There's an old development post from 2020 showing how skill trees work. You can see the cool effects of a currently legendary affixes. They did exactly what you were talking about. Aware, dude. Fucking aware. Holy shit. What the actual fuck? Why are they even 30k now? Wait, are the shouts additively stacking somehow? Are they... Wait, is it adding the shouts? Shrine? What is the shrine doing? Wait, why is it ramping so hard? Why is it... What? Okay, wait, what the fuck's happening right now? Okay, that's a bug. Okay, clearly what's happening is, as they're channeling this, I guess every time they do a shout during the channel, it just adds to it keeps adding to the damage, and it's like, it's just multiplying it every time. So then you're just getting, you know, it's compounding. It is just saying, current number, it's saying, okay, 5k, it's going multiply by 1.5, right? And then it's going multiply by 1.5, multiply by 1.5. Multiply by 1.5, multiply by 1.5, multiply by 1.5, multiply by 1.5, multiply by 1.5. And it's just going like this. And it's still going. It's still going. And then, yeah, you go. Now there you get to that number. That's clearly what's happening. There's no way you're hitting for 11 million. There's literally no shot. Mark my words, chat. Diablo 4 will not fucking come out and people will be doing 17 million damage. Okay? There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. That would be stupid and retarded. Mark my words, chat. It's a bug. It's a bug, bitch. It's a bug. It doesn't count. Bugs don't count. Of course there's gonna be bugs. It's a beta.
He is.
God game.